Thank you, Mayor. I have a few comments tonight. As the old saying goes, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Trying to keep it upbeat tonight, I have one bit of disappointing news, and I'll hit it first and then try to get into some more positive things that are going on in the community. The first is an update on our sales tax. Today we received our sales tax remittance for August, which reflects collections during June. As you can see from the slide here, 3 of the last 4 months we've seen clearly a negative trend occurring within the city. This August collection is down 6.5% from the August of 2015 levels. I would make the point, when we're making this comparison, you go back a year ago during the same period of time, that was in the months that right after the flooding and the tornadoes. During that period of time, we had a lot of sales tax activity, obviously, in the community, and so we had a very high month a year ago. But still, this is still very disappointing as we look at the trend here. Of course, this is not just happening in Norman. We're seeing many other communities in the metro are seeing some serious slippage in their sales tax as well. And just as a reminder, obviously, sales tax is the primary source for revenue that pays for all of our day-to-day services in the community: police, fire, parks, and capital improvements. And so this is obviously a very concerning trend. I think we believe that this trend will turn around sometime, hopefully within the next 12 months, but we don't know when it's going to turn around. And so that ambiguity is really concerning. As I often do on these meetings, I talk about some Norman Forward projects. The next one, just a quick update on the Westwood Pool demolition. The pool closed on Sunday, July the 31st. It's about 2 weeks earlier than normal. The City Council 2 weeks ago approved really the Phase 1 demolition, which was in the process of demolishing everything that's above grade and at grade at the pool. And here you can see one of the pictures of what's going on there in terms of the demolition of one of the slide towers there. But the project is moving along as we expected. Another project that is we're starting to work on is the Westwood Tennis Center improvements, and this is a Norman Forward project. This is a project that's a part of the implementation plan that's been approved by the community for the Norman Forward funds. And so we have issued a request for design and build proposals for the construction of 2 new outdoor tennis courts there at the Westwood Tennis Center. This construction is expected to begin in October and be complete by the end of January. And so this will bring us to 18 outdoor courts there. 14 are full-size courts, and then we have 4 youth-size courts. As you can see in this example here, we've got some examples of some covered courts. And as you recall, a part of the Norman Forward program included the covering of 2 of the outdoor tennis courts, and that work will begin later this winter, and hopefully we'll have those done later next year. And so that project is underway. Next, talk a little bit about some of the improvements that have been going on at Sooner Theater. Of course, Sooner Theater opened its doors for the first time in 1929. It was really one of the first movie theaters in the region to show, talking pictures. And so many of you know the story about Sooner Theater. It was closed in 1975, and through the work of the city and so many dedicated people in the community, it was reopened in 1982. And since that time, the city has been responsible for the maintenance and repair of the Sooner Theater. We've just completed some adjustments and some additions to the rigging above the stage, and they were currently meeting with the staff over there to begin trying to put together kind of an action plan for some additional repairs during the coming fiscal year, some seat replacements, some electrical upgrades, remodel of some of the restrooms, as well as some of the architectural detail restoration. And so I just wanted to bring everyone up to speed in terms of some of the really, I think, the final work that's going on over there in upgrading and modernizing this community jewel that we have. Next, has been mentioned tonight a little bit about the Lindsay Street Bridge and part of that project. And you can see in the picture some of the work that's going on there. The former bridge structure at Imhoff Creek has been removed. New drainage system is being installed. As a part of this, well, not as part of this, but due to this, the city staff and the police department in particular has been working closely with our OU officials on the alternate plans for game day traffic, and those discussions are well underway in trying to make the best of the situation as we'll be able to. Next, talking about some of the construction projects, and it's been mentioned already tonight about 2016 has been one of our most robust construction periods ever. Some of our current investments around that's ongoing is about $150 million. Just suffice to say that the construction has been very inconvenient. We appreciate the patience of our residents who kind of undertake and go through these improvements every day. But we're continuing to work on these. Some of these projects and some of the phases of this work will be complete by August the 18th as we go back into school at that time, and so hopefully that'll be some relief. I've talked previously about some of our work we're doing on police body camera project. Today we began the field testing of body cameras in our police department. We're field testing 12 cameras from 3 different vendors. This is kind of a 3-week field testing period for some of our officers in the patrol and the traffic and the investigation divisions. This project has been worked on for about a year in terms of research, and we hope to have this project completed by the end of the year. And I really believe that this body camera project will really be an opportunity to improve our transparency and our trust in our day-to-day police operations. Of course, it's a new technology, and so it'll have to be carefully considered along with carefully defined policies to help us to underscore the purposes and the priorities of this program. And so wanted to update the community on this activity. Another police department related matter is Norman's National Night Out. If you've got your calendars, you can start marking that for Tuesday, October the 4th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. We have just a great turnout. We have about 50 hosts in various neighborhoods throughout the community. There'll be a citywide event at Target. And then, as we know, our council members make themselves very accessible and available and are able to visit many of these neighborhood events during that period of time. And then finally, it's already been mentioned tonight too about our stormwater public meeting. It is on August the 15th at 6 p.m. It will be televised live on Cox Channel 20 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. And then would just say, and it's been mentioned about the election coming up, the city has provided flyers, as we've done in all of our previous elections, to all of our residents about some of the facts concerning the matter. That brochure has been prepared, and it should begin arriving in your mailboxes even as early as today. And so look forward to that. And if you've got any questions, please call us. Additional information about the election is on our website as well.